Blessings, everybody out there in the universe. My name is Sean Myrie, and I'm your host of the Down to Earth podcast. Recent news. Kendrick Lamar has been selected or picked to do the halftime show at the NFL Super Bowl. Picked. That's the big news. So he will be doing the halftime show, but the controversy, and it's in New Orleans, Super Bowl 59. The controversy is that Lil Wayne, that's from New Orleans, probably thought that, he put it out there to be doing the halftime show, hopefully for Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. But he wasn't picked, or maybe they're gonna save that for a surprise. But that's the big controversy all over the net, because the beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake, and how Lil Wayne has a relationship with Drake because Drake was signed to his label Young Money, and they got a close relationship. So that's why this is probably part of the big news. That's what's going on right now. So Kendrick Lamar done an announcement claiming that there's no round twos. He's saying no round twos for, once you win that championship, there's no round twos. No round twos. Referring to the battle with Drake, because Drake had a cryptic type of message a week or so ago, saying round two. Like he wants round two in this whole beef drama saga. So recently, Kendrick, when announcing this Super Bowl thing, he said no round two. What do you think about that? No round two with Drake. Drake wants a round two. He's too busy celebrating right now, Kendrick Lamar. He's on the Super Bowl halftime show. Drake, the biggest, they claim the biggest artist in the world, is not on that. He's not on that big platform. I don't know how he feels, but he must feel some way. Kendrick Lamar is on that big platform. And they're saying Jay-Z has something to do with it, some influence. I don't know exactly that info, but Jay-Z praised Kendrick Lamar also. That's what's going on. But yeah, that's the news. And recently, Rich Homie Quan passed away from an overdose. Famous rapper from Atlanta, associated with the Rich Gang, Cash Money once again, with Birdman and with the Young Thug. And now that Young Thug's locked up, there's that there was a little, I don't know if it's a conspiracy or controversy, how they were saying that Rich Homie Quan was supposed to actually go on the stand to say something regarding in Young Thug's case. That was the news a little bit before his death from an overdose. That's what's been reported in recent days, right? So Young Thug and Rich Homie Quan, they have a music relationship, business relationship. I seen on a famous podcast, Math Hoffa had Rich Homie Quan on recently. He talked about his addiction and his label woes, how he couldn't really release any music. I guess he was in some financial situations where he couldn't really make no money because of contracts. So that could have added to the depression. We don't really know, but he passed away from an overdose. Don't know what it is, but that's what happened recently. There's a lot of news out there, what's going on right now. A lot of politics, of course, with the elections in America. That keeps going on. Who will win? Really don't care. It'll be the same thing with Trump or Harris, right? They're the leaders of the world, America. Whoever's leading that country is a big a big person from the Western, world represent. And so far, it's like a circus. That's what's going on down there. But yeah, there's a lot of things going on now in music. For I say the local for Toronto, there's only like and I'm talking about hip hop, hip hop. It's a damn shame that a lot of these artists that put in some of these artists that put in work, that their albums are not, and their art is not really getting respected or the attention it deserves from even home. 3 albums came out recently. I done a review, right? Um, Daniel Vigilante, right? I'm gonna say Keisha Fresh, Pretty Boys Break My Heart. That's a good album. And Roz Fresco, right? Eternal Now, The Eternal Now. Those 3 albums I just mentioned from Toronto, classics, good quality, production put together, right? And no one's really showing, like, people are showing them the love, but the major hip hop platforms or urban music platforms, I haven't really seen anything. No one really supporting. It's really bad. There's a lack of support in your own city. And you know what? They always say that's how it is. The hate comes from, you gotta go somewhere else to prove home, to prove it to the people at home. They wanna see other people recognizing you. Sad, but Daniel's album, Vigilante, go check that out on all digital platforms, right? Keisha Fresh's album, Pretty Boys Break My Heart, check that out on all digital platforms, right? Roz Fresco, check out his album, The Eternal Now, on all digital platforms. Great album coming from Toronto. T. Dot. Great albums. Great albums put together great. Haven't heard any real good quality hip hop from Toronto in a long time. These 3 albums, bodies of work, I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Listen to them. But yeah, man, a lot of things going on. 50 Cent with his network, right? Damon Dash putting out a challenge. He has his network, right? I don't know if it's called New America Network or something like that, but 50 Cent's got his network. It's coming. Look out for it. Damon Dash, they have something going back and forth, right? You see 50 saying that he's broke, and then he responds and said with all types of stuff, all types of drama. That's hip hop. That's hip hop news, because they are hip hop. Damon Dash and 50 Cent, right? 50 Cent has a new network coming out soon. He mentioned to Yayo recent news that he should stop going on other people's platforms, and he will give him $5 million to start his own podcast. What do you think about that? 50 Cent's the one who had a festival recently in New Orleans, putting money down in there, and has a studio, and he's telling his friend, because he likes to go on the Vlad a lot, Tony Ayo, he'll give him $5 million if he just stops going on like Vlad, do his own thing. I think Tony Ayo could do it. He could pull it off. He could do his podcast. He got a character, right? He got his own, his own thing. He should do a podcast. He'll probably be successful. 50 Cent is behind you. He got the money. He knows the biz. Get into it, man. Yayo, I want to see that. Can't wait. But yeah, a lot of things are going on right now out there in the media. Drake doing new music, releasing music through certain platforms, like if it's not academics, it's through Aiden Ross. So he's really tapped in with the social media influencers. He is saying that's how you got to get it, because you see how Kai Cenat's out there. People go on his platform to promote themselves, especially musicians, right? So you got to go out there. You got to go out on the platforms right now as an artist. if you want to get known, it's not just about making your music. You see that these people go on these platforms, people who are like hosts like myself, podcasts, shows, they talk about their music, and these platforms post them, put them on, they promote them. So it's not just you as an artist, it's other people who are recognizing you, what you do. But yeah, that's what's going on. All these platforms is the new wave, the new age for a lot of people, business, entrepreneurs, artists, athletes. It keeps going on, right? Yeah, big news like I mentioned earlier, Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl 59. Now, all the talk with Lil Wayne, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. It could just be that it's people are just talking too fast and he's gonna be on the ticket, right? It's just that they're hearing Kendrick Lamar and he's the hottest news going on in the last couple months, right? Drake never made it to the Super Bowl performing, right? He's too busy with these beefs. So we shall see what goes on, right? Bless up to everybody. This is your host, Sean Myrie of the Down to Earth Podcast. Subscribe.